Hi guys, this is Amy from Our Crazy RV Life. Today I am doing the promised review for Thousand Trails Orlando, located, the address is Claremont, Florida, but it is closer to Four Corners, Florida. I will warn you, this is a rather long video. This is a massive park. It's just impossible to do a review in a short video. We did our best to give you drive-bys of every street. I know we missed a few. And unfortunately, I knew that I had to fit this into this video, so we only shot from one side of the truck. So obviously you have other sites on the other side of the truck that you're not seeing. That being said, enjoy the video. I will try to touch base on any important points. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will answer. All right. Thank you. Enjoy. Okay, so the park is very easily approachable from both the north and the south. Um, when you go to exit the park, you must turn north and make a U-turn there at the Wawa station. Next, very important, during peak season, usually October through I think the beginning of April, do not show up before noon. You will be turned away. There's a good reason for that, and we wholly applaud them for doing this. It's the only way to keep this huge park accessible for people. You know, you just can't have people coming in any time in the morning. It does not work. All right, so there's about a 3/4 mile driveway to the gate, and once you get to the gate, it takes about a minute or two to get checked in, and you are on your way. We did this on October 30th, and they had not instituted escorts yet for the peak season. So we were able to go to the site that we had in mind. The park was already getting busy. We knew that, and we highly suspected that the area of the park that we wanted to be in would have plenty of space, and we were right. All right, so you can see the directional sign there. All right, so now we're going to turn into the new section, as we jokingly call it. It's the newest section that they've opened, and you can get an idea for how roomy it is. I don't think, well, I started to say I don't think any rig would not fit, but I don't know. There are a few that are a little shorter than others. They are very strict about certain rules in this section and the older new section, and you'll be able to tell them apart. The newer sections all have concrete pads. They all have concrete patios, and of course they all have new turf. And because of that, there are absolutely no trucks, no cars, no picnic tables, no tents, anything allowed in the grass. Everything that you have must be on the concrete. So as we did this video, we tried to make a point to make sure that we got the street signs in there to give you points of reference as to where we are. One thing about this park, it's circles within circles. It's very easy to get disoriented if you're not familiar with the park. So I hope that we did a good job in marking where we are with street signs during this video, and I hope we don't make you dizzy as we make our circles. Another thing to point out is there are a lot of one-way streets in this park. Um, the newer sections are very well marked. The older sections, you have to really double check before you turn down them whether they are one way or not. Um, they have arrows pointed on the painted on the pavement. Um, One thing, be very careful because delivery drivers tend to go the wrong way on the one ways, and so do some campers. So just be aware of that and be careful. All right, so now we're going into the older section of the park. And coming up, we're going to have the recreation area. We'll have the pickleball and the rec center and all of that. We were going to do detailed reviews, detailed tours of each of the facilities. However, if we did that, this video would be over an hour long. So we will try to do a supplemental video in the future to give you an idea of what the bathhouses are like and the rec center and what kind of condition they're in. Okay, so that's the trash area. They use trash compactors. Okay, so as you watch the rest of the tour, I'm going to go through the little booklet that they give you and give you the highlights of the rules and regulations and suggestions that they offer. They do have propane for sale for both members and retail. It's available at the office or at the front parking lot before you go through the gate. I was going to look up and see how many total RV sites they have, and I failed to do that, so I will try to put that at the end. All right. So as I stated before, check-in during peak season is 12 noon. Do not show up before that. You will receive a phone call reminder, usually the day before, letting you know when check-in is. During off-season, check-in is sometimes at 10 a.m. But I will not state dates because that is up to them, and I don't want to get in trouble for stating the wrong dates. You are allowed to get food delivery and grocery delivery at your site. They ask that you contact the office to let them know that you are expecting a delivery. It is imperative that you do not give out your gate code, just like any Thousand Trails or any RV park or any apartment complex that you go to. That is very unsafe to do. Okay. Pool hours are 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily. Now keep in mind that anything that I am reading is subject to change. They do close the pool if there's lightning within 15 miles, and it stays closed for 30 minutes after the last lightning strike. You can get packages and priority mail at the mail room. It is a $5 charge for each package, except for prescriptions. Metered mail is for seasonal and annual guests only that have active mailboxes in the mailroom. No exceptions. Just to let you know, the mailroom does not offer refrigeration for any packages like insulin or anything else that might need to be refrigerated. So just keep that in mind. They do have a fitness center. We have not been to it. We do not know how well equipped it is. Again, when we do a supplemental video, we will try to cover that. Antenna TV does work here. We have an omnidirectional antenna that we use, and we get what, about 60 channels, I think it is. But of course, that's dependent on the antenna that you have. Digital. We use a digital antenna. As of now, they do have a uh, uh, so-called restaurant. I don't know if you'd call it a restaurant in the rec center. It's open 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. That is subject to change. They do have a store here that carries ice cream and frozen goods, uh, TV dinners and such. You can use boats and kayaks in the lake. In fact, the park does offer them for sign out. They must be returned the same day by 7 p.m. They do offer a non-denominational church service at 3 p.m. once a month at the rec center. Um, that is subject to change as well. Anything that I'm reading is subject to change. Oh, by the way, there are at least two Amazon Hub Locker locations relatively close to the park here. Let's see. Effective October 1st, 2022, they will be implementing a $5 per day per guest additional vehicle parking fee. Members staying at the park may park up to 2 vehicles at no additional fee. Guests of members and additional vehicles will require a special parking pass that must be purchased in advance. All trailers and tow dollies parked in the Welcome Center parking lot must be registered at the Welcome Center or they can be towed. No trailers or dollies can be parked at the rec center. All right. Here's some good news. Up until just now, just recently, you were not allowed to wash your rigs or your cars in the park. It had to be done by professional vendors. Now they are offering water usage. Let's see. We are now able to offer a $25 per day water usage fee to wash your rigs and vehicles. You must first obtain a water usage permit at the Welcome Center. Failure to get prior approval will warrant a membership violation and a $50 fine. Now keep in mind, Thousand Trails Orlando RV Resort is located on a nature reserve or on a reserve. Water preservation site, I believe, is what it is designated as. Let's see. And then, of course, they've got all the to-dos and going-ons for October, which is neither here nor there at this point. Welcome Center hours are 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 days a week. Okay, here's a very important point. Children 1 to 13 years old must be directly supervised by an adult 18 or older at all times in the park. 14 to 17-year-olds can be unaccompanied but cannot supervise anyone younger. And here's something. Here's a state law. Any child under 16 years old must wear a helmet when riding a bicycle, scooter, or any wheeled toy. Okay, so now a little bit of common camping etiquette. And they stress it here. Do not cut through other guests' campsites. Please, I'm adding the please. Okay, they have that in bold. Okay. Now, since we're close to the cruise lines and the all the fun stuff to do in Florida, they do stress this. Unattended RVs are not allowed. You cannot bring your RV in the park and leave it to go on a cruise or go somewhere else for a few days. If it's here, you need to be staying in it. Now, of course, they're not saying you can't go on day trips. I mean, come on. Common sense. Just don't leave your RV overnight unattended. Okay. Any vehicles parked in the Welcome Center parking lots need to be registered at the front desk. Fees may apply. According to the rules, there is a 2-vehicle limit per site. Additional vehicles, whether belonging to you or a guest, can be charged a daily fee. We suggest you find a site in the park that all of your vehicles fit on your parking pad, or you may need to find off-site storage. Please do not park in empty sites or community areas. Trailers and tow dollies cannot be on the grass or patio. All right. Again, because we are in a preserve, certified mobile RV repair is allowed, but members and guests are prohibited from changing fluids or making major repairs on any vehicle, including any camping vehicle, tow vehicle, car, golf cart, or motorcycle anywhere in the park. Other vehicles must be repaired out of the park. All right. Okay, so in this point in the video, we just split it up to make more sense for us because we started videoing the park from our site and we wanted to show it to you from the entry gate. So that's why it's split. All right. So, if you have any questions about street names and where they're located within the park, and you, for some reason, cannot access that map that I put at the front, feel free to drop me a comment down below, and I will try to answer your questions down there. All right. I think it's really important for me to disseminate this information as well as showing you the tour. And I don't want to make this an hour-long video. So we'll keep doing this. And like I said, if you have questions, ask. I will answer. And if I don't know the answer, I will find out. All right, so when you're scouting sites, you might see reserved signs or bags over the electric pedestals. That simply means that that site is not available, whether it's for annuals or seasonals or the electric is being worked on, what have you. Just find another site. Your check-in pass must be displayed when you enter the park and should be in your vehicle and visible at your site or in the window of your RV at all times. Okay, so here we go. Back-in sites and pull-through sites are designed for that purpose. Please use them as they are intended. Do not pull through a back-in site. All right. So that was timely because coming up very soon in the video, you will see the pull-through sites. They are buddy sites. And if you're not familiar with what a buddy site is, it means that your door is on the same side as your neighbor's door. You'll see that coming up pretty soon. I highlighted it with a couple of freeze frames. Oh, here, let's see. No, not quite yet. But I highlighted it with a couple of freeze frames, so you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. All right, your guests must be met at the gate and registered upon arrival. You are responsible for your guests the entire time they are at the park. You should ensure your guests know this rule. Okay, laundry rooms. They're tokens only. Each token is $1. You can purchase them in the laundry rooms. It costs $3 for a wash and $3 for a dry. They do not buy back excess tokens. All right. That being said, we always use laundromats in the area, just for our own convenience and because it costs less. Grills and open fires. No charcoal grills on picnic tables. No open, uncontained, or unattended campfires allowed. All fires must be in an above ground fire pit and have a screen cover. Check with the office for any additional restrictions based on weather conditions. All right, these are the pull-through sites I was telling you about. All right, so you see how the pedestal is in the middle between the two RVs, and coming up I'll show you, that'll make more sense when I do a freeze frame and a close-up. There you go. I apologize. I apologize. They do slide to slide, not door to door. I guess it depends on how you pull it in. Ha! Okay. Pets. All pets, cats and dogs must be kept on a leash at all times outside of your RV, including on your RV site. Pets should not be left unattended outside. If the door is closed on your RV and they are outside, they are unattended. No fences higher than 24 inches allowed. Pets are not permitted in any public building, nor can they be tied up to the fence at the pool. Pets should not be an annoyance to anyone by barking continually. Be courteous to your neighbors and always clean up after your pet. Members and guests should carry proof that their pets have current vaccinations. All right. So that garbage recycle area that we saw at the beginning. Oh, by the way, that is the path to the dog park. It's a small dog park, but it is there nonetheless. I think it did suffer a little bit of damage from Hurricane Ian. I'm not sure if it has been repaired yet. So just be aware of that. Okay, back to the garbage and recycle area. No furniture, appliances, or free items should be left outside of the dumpsters. All trash should be placed inside of the dumpsters. Cameras are in use. Please break down all boxes. All right. So they have garbage bins and a recycling bin. The recycling bin is the yellow bin closest to the building. All right, places to see in the area. Of course, you all are aware of Disney World. Then you got SeaWorld, Universal Orlando, and a favorite of ours, Cocoa Beach in Cape Canaveral. That's 80 miles to the east, but it's a beautiful drive. Let's see. There's a Walmart 2 miles away. There's a local post office a mile and a half away. Walgreens and CVS are about a mile to the south. And they list 2 or 3 full-service veterinarians in the area. Four Corners Animal Hospitals. Oh, sorry. They only list the one. Four Corners Animal Hospital. They say this is just the closest. They do not endorse or dissuade. There are other vets in the area. So if you want to plug this into your GPS, the address is 2110 Thousand Trails Boulevard, Claremont, Florida, 34714. And this pamphlet also lists all of the important phone numbers like police, fire, rescue, the police non-emergency number, the Lake County Sheriff non-emergency number. Pretty much anything you need to know is in this pamphlet. It's a bunch of pages stapled together. I highly recommend that you take the time to read it. Okay, so I think that about covers the rules and regulations. I was getting a lot of questions about that before I even started the video. All right, so the section that we're in right now is called D section. It's the one closest to the lake. And as you can see, it's the oldest section of the park. Cell phone coverage back here is hit or miss. So therefore, internet is hit or miss. And with all of the trees around, Starlink is hit or miss. It's also can be very tight in here. All right, so back to Thousand Trails Boulevard. All right, so now we're going to take you to the older new section. So there's two brand new sections in Thousand Trails. One was completed early last year, and the second one was completed just a couple of months ago. All right, so hopefully you haven't lost all sense of direction in the video. Okay, so now we're turning into the old new section. There's Tiki, the intersection of Tiki and Skimmer. And you can see, I mean, this is very similar to the brand new section. I don't think the sites are quite as wide, but they're still very nice. So, and something else to let you know, as I was saying, this is a preserve. It's not uncommon to see alligators. It is not uncommon to see snakes, including rattlesnakes, armadillos. There's been a bobcat or two sighted around. All that to say, if you walk at night, carry a flashlight, and you should do that anyway. That's one of the reserved signs I was talking about earlier. But anyway, you should carry a flashlight at night anyway, because it gets very, very dark in this park at night. And we are in Florida. Where there is fresh water, that's a very good possibility that there is at least one alligator in that fresh water. So keep your pets away from the water's edge, please. Just a couple of days ago, somebody had to get an alligator chased out from underneath their RV. It was just a baby, but still an alligator. So just be aware. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware that this is a preserve. And it is treated as such. Those animals have every right to be there. We need to make accommodations for them. There are numbers that you can call Florida Fish and Wildlife if an animal is being a nuisance or a danger to someone. Oh, sandhill cranes. We didn't see any in this video, but they are here. They are a protected bird. It is illegal to feed them. In fact, you should not even approach them. If they approach you, then that typically means they have been fed illegally by people. All right, so in summary, we absolutely love Thousand Trails Orlando RV Resort. It is, they are always so welcoming. The sites are, in our experience, have always been very well maintained. There are obviously certain sections of the park that are older than others, and they have different ambiances, I guess is the best way to explain it. Um, Certain areas of the park, you have more space between your neighbors. Other areas, you're tighter. It just depends on what part of the park you're in. But I don't think we've had a negative experience here. And we've been here many times. So I really hope that this video answers quite a few of your questions. If they didn't, leave your real quick. That bathhouse right there in the corner is not open yet in the new sections. My understanding, well, I don't know. I'm not going to spread rumors. Uh, it's not open yet. Let's just put it that way. All right. So, and that's in addition to the one marked on the map with the X. So that's two bathhouses that I'm aware of that are not open. All right. So if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments below. I would love it. Jeff and I, would love it if you would like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are going to be hitting the road nationally at the end of the year, and we hope to do many more in-depth reviews. We hope to do a follow-up review regarding the facilities here at Thousand Trails Orlando. And we would love it if you'd share us out. Share this video, share our channel. All right, guys, have a great one. Have a blessed week, and we will see you next time.